Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss one of the very important topic, which is psychometry. I would say this is the topic which is in trend these days, where examiners would be very happy. There will be set of questions. Okay, it could be around 50 questions or 75 questions or 100 questions. So all these questions are based on behavioral, uh, what you say, skills. Okay, so after you respond to all these questions, the examiner would understand, okay, what kind of a personality you carry, whether you are a good fit for the organization or not. Okay, so that and all will be assessed in your responses. Now, for two reasons they do this. Okay, so the first reason they do it is because they want to understand if you really belong to the organization or not. If you don't belong, definitely they would not be interested in you. And second thing, if you have responded to all these questions, okay, and they are getting some profile out of that, they will try to check whether you are the same person when you are giving the interview or not. So when you are giving the interview, if it is completely different and your response is completely different, they will understand that you're not very genuine. Okay, so all these things is what the examiner assess from you. All right, so one thing which you need to understand is when it comes to psychometry, it is not about the individual question. Each question is interlinked with every other question. So if it is an exam of 50 questions, that means all the 50 questions are interlinked and you need to be very intelligent in answering these questions. Okay. So there are certain things, okay, which you should definitely select. There are certain things which you should definitely not select. And there are certain things which you can take a choice. Okay, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. All right, so all these things we are going to discuss in this particular video. All right, so let's see now. Before you even start responding, आपके मन में एक चीज रहना चाहिए कि what kind of a profile you want to make. Okay, so if you feel that you are an introvert, okay, so you make a profile as if you are an introvert. Okay, so don't try to fake it, because when you are going into the interview room, the examiner, or I would say the HR, would definitely understand okay, what kind of a person you are. Okay, if you are an introvert and here you just try to show that you are an extrovert person, आप friends easily बना सकते हो, वहां पे तो इंटरव्यू में तो समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay, so all these things you need to be very careful. All right, so that's why they say when you are going for a psychometry test, okay, you respond to the question immediately after seeing them. ओके, ज्यादा उसके बारे में सोचो मत. द फर्स्ट थिंग विच कम्स इनटू योर माइंड वो लगाना है. बट इफ यू डू इट दैट वे, देर आर हायर चांसेस दैट यू विल गो रॉन्ग. तो इन सब चीजों को प्री प्लान करके जाना पड़ता है. Okay, see, these are the things which decide whether you will be selected in the interview or not getting selected. Okay, so this is a very important one. What you say, even for the government jobs, especially like SBI PO. Okay, uh, there is a round which is a psychometry round, and this profile goes to the, what you say, uh, panelists. Okay, and they will have it along with the resume, and वो लोग question पूछते हैं according to that only. So they have your profile a lot before you even enter into the interview room. Okay, so this is a very important one. So now what I am trying to make is I will try to make a profile for a introvert. Okay, मैं एक introvert का एक profile बनाना चाहता हूँ. अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप extrovert का profile बना दो. Okay, so I will keep it in my mind that I am an introvert. Okay, and second thing which I need to keep in mind is I must definitely have a lot of ethics. हमेशा ethics में कोई compromise नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, the third thing which you need to understand is when it comes to work, I have to give the highest priority. Okay, the fourth thing which I need to understand is whenever it is necessary, I should be kind to people. Okay, I must be kind to people. It is not that whether you are right or wrong. हमको हमेशा लोगों के साथ kind रहना चाहिए. Okay, we should behave in a nice way. Okay, so these are all the things which are very important. All right. And what else we will see while we are solving the questions. Okay. So I'll keep it in my mind that I want to make a profile for a introvert. Okay. Now, it is important to be right, and it is important to be kind. Now, these three belong to this side and these three belong to this side. Okay. And if I select this, that means I am on this side and I am on this side strongly. This is mid-level and this is kind of neutral only, neutral on this side. Okay. And this is neutral on this side and this is extreme on this side. So it is important to be right and it is important to be kind. I will give what you say, it is important to be kind, but I will not go for extreme. I'll make it little neutral. All right. Okay. Next one. When things are disorganized, okay, I am not bothered at all. Need to put them in order. Now, it is not necessary that you have to bother when things are disorganized. There are certain people, बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होते हैं, okay, where things are not disorganized, things are disorganized, but still they know what they are doing. See, for example, okay, uh, on your desktop, if there are many files which are disorganized, but if you know where the particular file is, so it is okay. Okay. And if you feel that you don't want to waste time on unnecessary things, okay, उसको organize करने में, ज़्यादा organize करने में आपको time waste नहीं करना है, then you can be disorganized. There is no problem in that. Okay. So it is your wish. Okay. It's always your wish. Okay. Some people, what you say, are not very organized, but because they are focusing on the bigger things. Okay. Some people wants to be organized. So sabka apna apna choice hai. You can select anything. I will say that I am not bothered at all. It is okay for me to be disorganized. Okay. To be on the safer side, I will go for almost neutral one. All right. Next one. When people disagree with me, I want to keep quiet or change the topic, debate with them. I told that I want to make a introvert profile. So this is something which I will select, but not extreme. Okay. Always on the neutral side so that I don't take risk on these kind of things. Okay. Next one. Doing tasks someone else way is easy and it is frustrating. Okay. See, when you are in an organization, ये आपका मर्जी नहीं है. It is not your wish. Okay. That you want to do the things your way only. कभी कभी दूसरों का बात सुनना पड़ेगा. Your managers, higher level. Okay. All those things are there. So you shouldn't be feeling frustrated about it. So always try to select easy. Okay. If you want to be on the neutral side, it's fine. लेकिन this is a lot safer one. Okay, पूरा extreme मत करो. Okay, so I'll just go for this one. Understanding another person's point of view is enjoyable and challenging. See, when you are in an organization, okay, understanding other people, okay, is a very important thing. एक अच्छा बात है ये, okay, because what you say, not many people are like that. Okay, not many people are like that. लोग अपने काम से काम लगाते हैं. Okay, they are not bothered about others. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए organization में. Okay, at least on the paper. Okay, you should be understanding other people, helping them, and all these things are there. So it is not a challenging thing. It is enjoyable thing. Okay, it's a good thing. But I will not go for the extreme. I'll keep it neutral only. All right. At a crowded event, I try to meet as many people as possible. I stick closely to my friends. Okay, because I'm an introvert, profile बना रहा हूँ मैं, तो I will go on this one, and I'll go for the neutral one because always I am selecting this neutral thing. मतलब when I do that, it means that I am not so much introvert. Okay, but I am little bit towards introvert. Okay, जब बात करना है मैं करेगा. Whenever I have to talk, I will talk, but mostly I will try that I keep quiet. Okay, unnecessary things or unnecessary talk मैं करता नहीं हूँ. That's what it means. Okay, so I will select this one. Okay, I prefer learning new things using what I know. Learning new things have got the highest priority. See, when it comes to learning, even if you are learning something which is not useful for the organization, okay, the art of learning itself is a big thing. Okay, for example, you are learning German. Company has nothing to do with that. Organization has nothing to do with that. Lekin when you are learning something new, that means you have a ability to learn. Okay, and that is the biggest thing for the organization, that you have the ability to learn, you have the temperament to learn. वो उनके लिए बड़ी बात है. Okay, that's why learning always has got the highest priority. Go on the extreme side. Okay, highest priority. All right, whenever you see learning, highest priority. Companies should focus on developing their staff, letting people do their work. Letting people do their work doesn't sound very well. Okay, developing their staff थोड़ा बहुत better लग रहा है, but I'll be on the neutral side. Okay, उनको उनका काम पूरी तरह नहीं करने चाहिए. Little bit liberty should be there. Okay, but I will still not select this. I would say developing their staff. Okay, now my workspace is neat and orderly, cluttered, but I know where everything is. Okay, I already selected that I am not a very organized person. Remember that. Okay, it is very important that in psychometry you are not contradicting yourself. अगर आप अपने आप को contradict कर रहे हो, that means your profile is spoiled. Okay, किसी को समझ में नहीं आएगा what is your profile. Even system will not understand कि ये कैसा बंदा है. All right. So you should remember what are the responses given by you. So what is the response given by you? That you are disorganized a little bit. Okay. उससे आपको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. You are a talented person. Okay. So neat and orderly I will not select. I would say it is cluttered, but I know where everything is. Okay. So I will select this one. Stressful situations at work are exhilarating and exhausting. Okay. Exhausting mat lo, because it will be what you say, um, little negative, but this happens with everybody. Okay, if there is a stressful situation, definitely you will be exhausted. Okay, uh, जरूरी नहीं है कि आप खुश रह सकते हो, ऐसा हो नहीं सकता है, but still I'll try to be optimistic and I will select this side, but I'll keep it neutral. Okay, not that I'm extreme. Okay, ऐसा किसी के साथ नहीं हो सकता है, so I'll just keep it neutral. Okay, my co-workers are more likely to tell me that they can't keep up with me. I need to pick up the pace. Now, both are negative only. If I'm saying, if they are telling me that I need to pick up the pace, that means I am slow. Okay. If they are saying that they can't keep up with me, that means I am trying to be little overconfident. मैं थोड़ा overconfident बनने के लिए try कर रहा हूँ. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि they can't keep up with me. But still, if I have to choose between these two, okay, why I will choose this? मैं ये क्यों choose करूँगा? I will choose this one. Okay, because this gives a negative impression. Okay, even though I am more uh, confident, it is still fine. Okay, so I would say I will choose this one, but on the neutral side. I will not go for that extreme one. All right. I do my best work when I am free from pressure, under pressure. Always working under pressure and delivering the result is a very big thing. Okay, बहुत बड़ी बात है जब आप प्रेशर में रिजल्ट्स दे सकते हो. See, why Virat Kohli is so big is because he has given the best performance under while he is chasing. Okay, मतलब सेकंड बैटिंग करते समय रन्स बनाना बहुत मुश्किल होता है because there is a target. Okay, and while achieving the target, okay, it's not a very easy task. Okay, when you are batting first, आपका मर्जी है आपको कितने रन्स बनाने हैं. यू कैन गो स्लो, यू कैन हिट वेन एवर देर इज अ चांस. आप लोग बाउंड्री मार सकते हो, नहीं तो आप धीरे खेल सकते हो. बट वेन देर इज अ टारगेट, इट डजेंट अलाउ यू टू सेटल. ओके, तो आपको टारगेट को चेस करता रहना पड़ेगा. बट विराट कोहली इज वेरी गुड अंडर दैट प्रेशर. दैट्स वाई एवरीबडी लाइक्स हिम. ओके, सब लोग उनको इसीलिए ज्यादा पसंद करते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई इज द बेस्ट बैट्समैन. दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड. ओके, सो अंडर प्रेशर आई डू माय बेस्ट. ओके, फाइन. यू कैन गो फॉर दैट एक्सट्रीम वन आल्सो, लेकिन वो थोड़ा ज्यादा हो जाएगा. All right. So I prefer to work in a steady, constant environment, fast-paced, changing environment. Okay. Why do you want to stay constant? You always want to get updated. Okay. थोड़ा मुश्किल रहना है, challenging रहना है. Okay. So changing environment होना चाहिए. So either you select this or you can select this. Okay. I will select that extreme one only because I want it to be a fast-paced environment. Okay. Next one. Waiting until the last minute to start a project is normal. It is irresponsible. Why do you have to wait till the last minute? It is irresponsible only. Okay. Even though you are disorganized, this, that, whatever it is, why do you have to wait till the last minute? Doesn't mean you are disorganized, तो आप last minute तक wait करोगे, जरूरी नहीं है. Okay. So I would call it irresponsible. Okay. So I will select this one. People at work think I am hard to get to know, easy to get along with. Okay. Now I would say that easy to get along with. Why? Because see, when somebody is arguing, I don't want to argue. Okay, I don't want to debate. मैं थोड़ा introvert का profile बना रहा हूँ. Okay, so when I don't want to debate, I don't want to argue, I'm okay with whatever they are saying. So am I hard to get to know, or am I easy to get along? I am easy to get along because I don't have a say. मैं इतना ज़्यादा what you say rebellious नहीं हूँ. Okay, I don't want to be against them. Okay, so I want to be maintain my temperament and all. Okay, so I would say easy to get along with. I'll keep it on the neutral side. Okay, I prefer tasks that require learning something new. I know I can do well learning something new, no doubt at all. Wherever learning comes, just blindly put it. My co-workers would describe me as introvert, as an extrovert. Okay, ये आप कुछ भी लगा सकते हो. See, what people think is completely different from what you think. Okay, तो आप कुछ भी लगा सकते हो, but still because you are making a profile for introvert, आप ऐसे वैसे क्यों लगाओगे? Okay, just put an introvert on the neutral side. Next one, trying to understand the motivation behind someone's behavior is often a waste of time is something I enjoy. So why somebody is behaving like that, अगर आप उसको समझना चाहते हो, it is a very good thing. Okay. See, when you are in an organization, understanding the person who is sitting next to you, your co-workers, your managers, all these things are very good things. Okay, ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है because when you understand people, okay, it's easy for you to work along with them. Okay, so waste of time नहीं बोल सकते. Okay, I can say it is something which I enjoy doing, but don't go on the extreme side. Be neutral. Okay, when I don't like a process, I change it. Give suggestions but follow along. Change it. If you don't like a process, change it नहीं कर सकते actually. Okay, so you can give the suggestions and you follow along. That is a lot better one, right? So I will just select this one and go on the neutral, or little bit there also you can see. Okay, next one. I have been told that I could benefit from speaking up more often, giving others more opportunity to speak. Okay, so just think about it. I will give you 10 seconds or 20 seconds. You just think about it. What should be the answer? So because we are making a profile for introvert, okay, giving others more opportunity to speak is something I have been told that I could get benefit from. Okay, so इस side आप select करो, be on the neutral side. In an elevator, I tend to keep to myself, strike up a conversation with others, keep to myself because it's a profile for introvert. Okay. When it comes to rules I don't agree with, I am compliant, rebellious. Okay, तो rebellious नहीं होगा, compliant होगा because it's a introvert profile. All right, see, you will understand that these are all interconnected. ये सब interconnected है. Okay, and you cannot go wrong here. So if you are keeping one answer, okay, in a different way, next time आप कुछ और लगा रहे हो, तो आपका profile बनना बहुत मुश्किल है. It is very difficult to make a profile for. All right, so let's see. If I have spent the day working really hard, I feel worn out and satisfied or satisfied. I would say I feel satisfied. Okay, definitely worn out, matlab you will be tired, definitely. Okay, but you will feel satisfied also, right? If the day is well spent. So this emotion will be more than this one. Okay, so I'll either you can take this or you can take this. I will keep it on the neutral side. When I embarrass myself at work, forget about it immediately, think about it more than I should. Okay, why will we think about it more than we are supposed to think. Okay, even if we are doing it, उनको थोड़ी ना बताएंगे. Why will we tell them? Okay, so we will tell them that we forget about it immediately. लेकिन because ऐसा होता नहीं है, okay, it doesn't happen that way in reality. I'll keep it on the neutral side, but I will not agree that I will think about it more than I should think. Okay, so I'll keep it on this side and forget about it immediately. Okay, I believe that in most situations there are too few rules to follow, too many rules to follow. So when I am saying that there are too many rules to follow, that means I am feeling that it is hectic. मेरे को follow करने का मन नहीं कर रहा है. I'm not feeling like following these rules. That's why I feel that there are too many rules. Okay. Uh, so I will never choose this one. If I am saying that what you say, there are too few rules, हो सकता है मैं कुछ rules skip कर रहा हूँ, इसीलिए मेरे को ऐसा लगता है. ओके, सो ज्यादा कुछ rules नहीं है क्योंकि मैं rules follow नहीं कर रहा हूँ, हो सकता है. ओके, सो कुछ भी thinking हो सकता है, but instead of choosing this I will better choose this one only, but I'll not go on the extreme. I will be okay on the neutral side. Okay, next one. When people make me mad, I try to let it go. I want to get back at them. We will let it go because I am making a profile for introvert. Okay, so let it go is the better one. When making decision for myself, considering others' needs is important or irrelevant. Okay. See, when you are in an organization, you should always be kind to people. Okay. आपको हमेशा kind रहना चाहिए. At least on the paper, organization would expect that. Because harmony between people, if people are helping each other, the environment of the organization becomes very good. इतना अच्छा environment अगर मिल जाता है, nobody would want to leave the company. Okay, everybody want to stay in that company or stay in that organization, spend more time in organization. So always it is a good sign for the company that you are thinking about others. Okay, so it is a very good sign, and people, those kind of people are needed for the organization. Okay, so when making a decision for myself, considering others needs is important. Okay, so I will select this. Either you select this one or you can select this one. I prefer a job that is unpredictable, predictable. See, I always told that we are somebody who wants to go for new things, learning new things. Okay, the environment should be dynamic, it should change, it should be fast paced. So I will not select predictable, I will select unpredictable. Go on the extreme side, either this or this. Okay, because we are always doing that. So I will select this one. Okay, next one. I am more likely to need a push to get started on a project, to be told to stop doing a task, to focus on something more urgent. Okay. Okay. If I'm saying that I need a push to get started on a project, that means I am lazy. Okay. So even if it is right, why will we agree? हमको ये सब agree नहीं करना है. Okay. So I would say I will never do this. I will, what you say, I will take this one. I would say be told to stop doing a task to focus on something more urgent. If I am selecting this, that means I don't know the priority. Somebody else is telling me that you stop that task because there is something more urgent. Okay, it is more important. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, but still, instead of selecting this, any given day, this is a better one. But don't be on the extreme side. Okay, be neutral. Okay, so be neutral. When I see that someone is upset, okay, try to find out what is wrong. Leave them alone so that they can handle their problem. Okay, leave them alone is something which everybody can do. सब लोग कर सकते हैं. Okay, so if you are somebody who try to find out what is wrong, you are kind to them. Okay, so that is the biggest thing. ये बहुत अच्छी बात है, right? So I can say that this is possible. उसको neutral side में ही ले रहे हैं. Empathizing with others at work is not the best use of time, is important. Okay, it is important, but keep on the neutral side. Okay, क्योंकि ये चीजें extreme नहीं होना चाहिए. Even though these things are important, I am always choosing the neutral side because these things shouldn't be extreme. Okay, ज्यादा भी नहीं करना चाहिए. Too much of anything is too bad. That's why I'm just keeping it as a neutral one. When people insist things be done their own way, I don't mind. I am irritated. Okay, अगर कोई insist कर रहा है, your manager is insisting that you do this particular task in this way only, कर लो. Okay, अब इतना insist कर रहा है तो कर लो. Okay, you cannot fight with them. You are not supposed to fight with them. कर सकते हैं. Okay, and upon that, because we are making a profile for introvert. Okay, so I don't mind is a better one. That's why making a profile for introvert is very easy. Okay, it becomes very difficult when you have to make a profile for extrovert. थोड़ा बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, थोड़ा बहुत fake लगने लगता है. Okay, so I don't mind is something which will be fine. Now, when there is a disagreement, I am more likely to keep the peace or get into a debate. Okay, keep the peace. I prefer my work environment to be calm and relaxed, fast paced. We have always selected fast paced only. Okay, calm and relaxed का मतलब है कि धीरे धीरे काम चल रहा है. Okay, and you are doing that particular thing. Same work you are doing every day. There is no update in the work which you are doing. आप बहुत अच्छे कंफर्ट जोन में हो. All these things are there, right? So calm and relaxed आप select नहीं करोगे. You will always go for fast paced. Beyond that, little extreme side. I prefer a work environment where my responsibilities change frequently or remain constant. Now it's the same thing. Okay. If your responsibilities are remaining constant, that means you are doing the same work. There is no update in your work. Okay. If you are choosing to change frequently, that means you want to learn new things. Okay. So change frequently is good one. Beyond that, extreme side. When I am in a group, I am most comfortable going with the flow, leading the pack. Because we are making a profile for introvert, leading the pack ज़्यादा relevant नहीं होगा. Okay, so when I am in a group, I am most comfortable going with the flow. See, first thing you need to understand is when people talk about leadership qualities, okay, they are talking about taking the responsibility. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको लीडर बनना है. Okay, it is not that you are leading the pack or you are saying that मैं तुम सबका leader हूँ. I am your leader. Okay. It doesn't mean that. Leadership qualities means that you must take the responsibility. Okay. If anything goes wrong, if you have a courage to say that this is my mistake, okay, I am responsible for those that mistake, that means you have that leadership quality. Being a leader is different from having a leadership qualities. Company wants you to have leadership qualities. Company doesn't always want you to be a leader. वो अप्रोच नहीं रहना चाहिए आपको. ओके, व्हेन यू जॉइन एज अ फ्रेशर, जब आप एक फ्रेशर की तरह ज्वाइन हो रहे हो, हु विल मेक यू लीडर? आप लीडर कैसे बनोगे? यू आर ज्वाइनिंग एज अ एम्प्लॉय. ओके, एक मतलब एक एग्जीक्यूटिव एम्प्लॉय की तरह, आप लोग एसोसिएट की तरह यू आर ज्वाइनिंग. Who will make you leader? Okay, it will take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, sometimes 10 years to become a leader, a mentor. Okay, so all these things are important, right? So it is not necessary. जब भी आपको एक leadership qualities के बारे में बताते हैं, it doesn't mean that you have to be a leader. It always means that you should have a leadership qualities where you are taking the responsibility. Okay, if there is a work, even after the what you say work timings, if you are ready to take up that challenge because you feel that ये मेरा organization है, that is what is called leadership qualities. It doesn't mean that you order people. Okay, so there is a difference. Always understand that. So going with the flow is not a bad thing at all. Okay, going with the flow is not a bad thing, and because we are making a extrovert introvert profile, sorry, okay, I will choose this one only. Leading the pack irrelevant हो जाएगा. Next one. I do best in a work environment where I can work steadily without being rest. Stay constantly busy. Okay, so what kind of environment we want? वर्क स्टेडीली विदाउट बीइंग रश, कोई रश नहीं है, धीरे धीरे काम करो. ओके, मॉर्निंग 9 o'clock यू गेट अ डब्बा, इवनिंग लंच खाओ, सॉरी आफ्टरनून को लंच खाओ, इवनिंग निकल जाओ. सो दैट इज नॉट अ काइंड ऑफ अ एनवायरनमेंट वी आर लुकिंग फॉर. हम लोग हमेशा अपडेट करना है, वी आर लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स, फास्ट पेस्ड इज व्हाट वी हैव selected. So I would not go for this one. I would say it is stay constantly busy, be on the extreme side. Okay, next one. When I don't feel like doing a task, when I don't feel like doing a task, I think it is best to leave it and come back to it at a later time. Okay, so next one, keep working until it is done. इन दोनों में से आप कुछ भी ले सकते हो. ओके, व्हेन यू फील दैट don't feel like doing a task, okay, I think it is best to leave it and come back to it at a later time. Now if I have to choose between these two, कुछ भी choose कर सकते हो, but I would say that this is a better one because first of all, why are you not feeling like doing a task? Okay, अगर आपका कुछ काम है, you should feel like doing a task, not feel like, you should do the task whether you feel it or you don't feel it. Okay, see, there is a very good example where one journalist is asking, okay, interviewer basically was asking Elon Musk कि आपको काम करने का मोटिवेशन कहाँ से मिलता है, where do you get the motivation to work? He says, what is a necessity of motivation? If there is a work, I have to do it. उसके लिए motivation की क्या जरूरत? Okay, so if there is a task, you're supposed to do it. Why there is a chance, what you say, option that you don't feel like doing a task? Okay, so leaving it and come back to it कभी होता नहीं है. Okay, so when you don't feel like doing a task, definitely do the task. Keep working until it is done. Okay, and you can be on the extreme side also. Okay, you can be on the extreme side. इसमें न्यूट्रल भी रहने का जरूरत नहीं. When somebody offends me, okay, I am quick to forgive, I tend to hold a grudge. It is always good if you are quick to forgive. Okay, now इसमें introvert और extrovert का कुछ नहीं आएगा. Okay, see, whether you are an introvert or extrovert, you can still hold a grudge or you can forgive. तो इसमें उसका कोई संबंध नहीं है. Okay, but it is always expected that if somebody offends you or whatever it is, it's not good to hold a grudge. उनको छोड़ दो. Okay, you just think, okay, ये unnecessary person है and all, you just think and you leave it. Okay, so when you are quick to forgive, be on the little extreme side. If a person says something that hurts me, I will let him or her know how I feel, let it go and keep the peace. Okay, this is something done by extroverts. Okay, ज़्यादातर. Okay, and this is somebody who will keep it to themselves. थोड़ा बहुत introvert लोग ऐसे ही रहते हैं. They'll just leave it. Okay, because they cannot talk. All right, so I work best in job where I can learn new things. Of course, learning new things always highest priority. और दूसरा वाला देखने का भी जरूरत नहीं है. When things are same every day, I enjoy knowing what to expect, get bored easily. When things are same every day, I get bored easily because we are always going for update, fast paced. Okay, हमको हर एक दिन सेम काम करना नहीं है. So if things are same every day, we get bored easily. Okay, so just select this one. When I start a new project, I tend to make a detailed plan before I start working. Dive right in and plan as I go. I have already told that हम लोग क्या सेलेक्ट किए, दैट वी आर लिटिल डिसऑर्गेनाइज्ड. ओके, तो हम लोग ज्यादा प्लानिंग नहीं करते. ओके, वी आर ऑलवेज रेडी टू टेक अप अ चैलेंज एज इट कम्स. ओके, वी आर वेरी डायनामिक. बहुत डायनामिक है, जैसे ही चैलेंज आएगा हम लोग चैलेंज एक्सेप्ट करेंगे एंड वी आर गोइंग टू डू इट. ओके, सो मेक अ डिटेल्ड प्लान बिफोर आई स्टार्ट वर्किंग इज रॉन्ग. Dive right in and plan as I go is a better one for us according to what we are doing. Okay, I believe it is more important to focus on people's actions, understand people's intentions. Okay, understand people's intentions is good because what they are doing sometimes, okay, they don't really mean it. Okay, or I would say some people when they are doing things they are pretending. हो सकता है वो लोग pretend कर रहे हैं, possibility है. Okay, so it is more important that you understand their intentions behind it, okay, not their actions. सिर्फ action मत देखो, उनका intentions देखो, okay, this is a better one, okay, but be on that little neutral side, okay, be on that neutral side. I would prefer a boss who gives me a guidance on do, how to best do things, okay, give me freedom to do things my way. ओके, इन दोनों में आप कुछ भी सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो, बट इफ यू आर थिंकिंग ऑफ गेटिंग अ गाइडेंस, दैट मीन्स यू आर नॉट केपेबल इनफ, आप इतना केपेबल नहीं हो दैट यू वांट अ गाइडेंस. सो बेटर इज यू प्रिफर अ बॉस who gives you freedom to do the things your way. Okay, because you can explore, आप नई चीजें सीख सकते हो. Okay, if he is giving you the guidance, that means you have to do the work according to him. If you are getting the freedom, you can do it in your way. Okay, so I would always select this one, but be on that neutral side. Okay, anything is fine. When working with others, I pay close attention to how others are feeling. I pay close attention to the task at hand. Okay, so when you are working with others, सिर्फ task नहीं देखना है. Okay, it's not about just a task. Okay, see, first thing is, as a humans, okay, it is not about बिजनेस. ओके, बिजनेस सबसे बड़ा चीज नहीं होता है. योर फेलो, व्हाट यू से, योर कोलीग, ओके, योर क्लासमेट, ओके, योर फ्रेंड, दीज आर द पीपल हु आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. ओके, काम होता रहेगा, कुछ भी होता रहेगा, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस विल बी प्रॉफिटेड ऑलवेज. ओके, प्रॉफिट बनाएंगे, बट सबसे बड़ा चीज है यू मेंटेन दैट ह्यूमैनिटी अराउंड. ओके, आप हमेशा एक ह्यूमैनिटी की तरह सोचना आना चाहिए. ओके, सो व्हेन यू आर वर्किंग विथ अदर्स, you should pay close attention to how others are feeling. Their feelings are also important. Okay, किसी को कुछ काम है, it is not about just a task. You shouldn't be paying close attention to task at hand. Okay, so this I will select on. I would say that I work hard at everything I do on the things that matter to me the most. Okay, now if it is organization's work and it doesn't matter to me, will I work hard or not? I should work hard. Okay, so I cannot say that I only work hard on the things that matter to me the most. Okay, at everything you do, you should work hard, whether it is your personal things or organization things. If you are doing a task, that means it is an important task. You should work hard on that. Okay, so be on that extreme side. All right. If someone who is not my boss gave me feedback, okay, I would find it annoying. I would find it helpful. Okay. If somebody who's not your boss is giving the feedback, if it's a right feedback, take it. It's helpful only. It is fine. You need not feel annoyed and all. Okay. Feedback is something which you should always accept. Whoever gives you the feedback, कोई भी feedback दे रहा है, हमेशा लेना है. If somebody is praising you, don't take it. Oh, you can take it. Okay. It's not that you don't take it. You can take it or you may leave it. लेकिन जब कोई feedback दे रहा है, तो definitely take it. Okay. So you should find it helpful. Just keep on the neutral side. Okay. When someone I am close to give me advice, I appreciate the help. It feels like they are telling me what to do. When somebody close to you is giving the advice, take it definitely. Okay. Because people who are close to you, often they don't give advices. Okay, क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि आपको बुरा लगेगा. Okay, but still when some people are giving you the advice, always appreciate that. Okay, whatever their intention is, you just understand whether whatever they are saying, is it a right feedback or not. Just take that, appreciate that help. Okay, so just take it. You can be on the extreme side also little bit. If a customer or coworker is being annoying, I don't let it bother me. I get angry at them. उन पे गुस्सा करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. ओके, annoying है तो है. आप गुस्सा करोगे कुछ नहीं होगा, फाइट ही होगा, nothing will happen. And because we are making an introvert profile, I don't let it bother me is the best one. At work, I would rather do exactly what is expected, do more than what is expected. Okay, do exactly what is expected से अच्छा है do little more than what is expected. Okay, जितना expected है उससे ज्यादा करना है. Okay, see, if there are 10 people and all of them are on the same level, ओके, कोई फायदा नहीं है। इफ यू आर बेटर देन एवरीबडी, ओके, आपका तो फायदा होगा, आपको प्रमोशन मिलेगा, आपको लीडर बनाएंगे, यू विल बी द मेंटर, नाउ यू विल बी गिवन मच रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, सो लिटिल बिट मोर देन एक्सपेक्टेड यू हैव टू डू, ओके। लेकिन इसको ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम नहीं करना है, ओके। सो आई विल बी ऑन दैट न्यूट्रल पार्ट ओनली। आपको थोड़ा एक्सट्रीम करना है तो यू कैन डू इट, ओके, देयर इज ऑलवेज अ चांस। Compared to my coworker, I work about as fast as they do, faster than most. Okay. If I say about as fast as they do, that means I am almost as fast as them, but not fast. Okay. मतलब almost उतना हूं लेकिन उतना नहीं हूं. Right. I'm almost as fast as them, but not exactly to their speed. Okay. So I will never select this. Why I have to be slow and why I have, should admit that I am slow. जरूरी नहीं है. Okay. So even though this one looks a little like a overconfidence. Okay. Because I don't have any choice, I will select this one, but be on the neutral side. Okay. Now, I am the type of a person who like to plan things in advance, respond to opportunities that arise. Okay, plan things in advance nahi hai because we are little disorganized according to the profile we are making. So I would say respond to opportunities that arise. When my boss says something I disagree with, I keep my opinion to myself, voice my opinion. Okay, so when my boss says something I disagree with, I keep my opinion to myself. Okay, because we are little introvert, हम लोग थोड़ा ये select करेंगे. Now, when I select this neutral part, see why am I selecting this neutral part is it means that you are little bit on the introvert side. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि you will not talk. Okay, you will not talk. Always you will try to keep the peace. You will always try to keep the peace. Whenever necessary, you will talk. Okay, जब जरूरी है आप बात करोगे. Okay, that's why we are on the neutral side. Lekin most of the time you will see that you are not unnecessarily getting into the argument. Okay, so that is what it means. If I am selecting extreme, that means कुछ भी हो जाए आप बात नहीं कर रहे हो. यहाँ पे बहुत कम बात कर रहे हो और यहाँ पे देख के बात कर रहे हो. Okay, you are just seeing the opportunity and you are trying to keep the peace. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it is negative. That's why I am always selecting it a neutral one. Okay, I would rather consider someone's actions or motivations. Okay, मैं उनका motivation speech सुनूंगा कि उनका action देखूंगा. I will see what they are doing in their life. Okay, if they are doing something else and telling something else, then it is not what you say something which I can take. So more than motivations, it is about the actions, and more than actions, it is about the intention. Action से बड़ा है intention. Okay, and motivation से बड़ा है action. Okay, so I will select this one, but be on the neutral side a little bit. Okay, when I want to get my point across, I sometimes struggle with being overly direct, not being overly direct. I would say not being overly direct because we are making a profile with this. Okay, see, these are the things which doesn't bother the company. Okay, आप थोड़ा introvert हो, you make less number of friends, all these things doesn't bother the company. Okay, in fact अगर आप थोड़ा introvert हो और ज्यादा friends से बात नहीं करते हो, okay, you don't make new friends and all, better ही है. Because when you are in the company and you are not talking to anybody, that means definitely you will be working there. आपको और कोई काम तो नहीं रहेगा ऑफिस में बैठ के, काम तो करोगे आपको. ओके, सो ये एक चीज है. ओके, दिस कैन हैपन. दैट्स व्हाई व्हेन यू आर मेकिंग अ प्रोफाइल फॉर एन इंट्रोवर्ट, थोड़ा बहुत इजी हो जाता है. ओके, इट बिकम्स वेरी रिलेवेंट एक्चुअली. ओके, फॉर एन एक्सट्रोवर्ट आप प्रोफाइल बना सकते हो, यू कैन मेक अ वेरी गुड प्रोफाइल, बट हियर एंड देयर इज अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन. Okay, little bit of contradiction would be there. Okay, आप try कर सकते हो later on. Okay, but let's see. Fine. Okay, next one. Okay, so not being overly direct enough. When others give me orders, I am respectful, I am resentful. Of course, respectful. Forgetting to do tasks that aren't very interesting, never acceptable, totally natural. Just because it's not interesting, you shouldn't forget them. It's not natural, it is never acceptable. If someone questions how I do things at work, I get upset, I give it to their way. Okay. If someone is questioning how I do things at work, okay, it's okay. If somebody is questioning, your manager is questioning, आप कैसे काम कर रहे हो? Okay, then you tell them, okay, कि आप क्या काम कर रहे हो and all, you tell them. No, there is no need to get upset. Okay, so it is better that you give it to their way and be on the neutral side. I get frustrated when tasks are repetitive, when there is too much to learn. We don't get frustrated when there is too much to learn. Okay, we enjoy that according to the profile. When tasks are repetitive, we get frustrated. Okay, so you can be at little extreme side. I am more comfortable when I am given one assignment at a time, multiple assignments at a time. Okay, of course it is multiple assignments at a time. एक assignment at a time, if you are comfortable, okay, that means you are not a multitasker. Okay, so company wants you to be a multitasker, so you should be comfortable doing multitask. Okay, because आपको ज़्यादा time waste नहीं करना है. Okay, you don't want to waste the time. You want to work on multiple things at a time and complete the work faster and be more productive. Okay, so multiple assignments करना अच्छी बात है. Okay, so you can just be on that extreme side a little bit. Okay, I think it is best to work hard all the time. Pace yourself so that you have the energy when you need it. So work hard all the time doesn't sound good. Okay, हमेशा hard work करना जरूरी नहीं है. Sometimes take holidays. Okay, you take holidays, go for some vacation, keep your mind relaxed. That will make you productive also in your work. Okay, so work hard all the time doesn't sound really good. Pace yourself. Okay, sometimes you go slow, sometimes you go fast according to the work. Okay, you keep your energy and use it at the right time. Okay, it's a nice one. तो इसको आप थोड़ा extreme select कर सकते हो. Making new friends is easy for me. Take some effort on my part because it's a new, what you say, introvert profile. I would always say that it'll take some effort on my part. Okay. Now, at a typical party, okay, at a typical party, I would describe myself as a life of the party or a fly on the wall. So, life of the parties would, what you say, suit for somebody who is an extrovert. Okay, introvert के लिए ये सूट नहीं करेगा. Okay, most of the time, okay, you will not be the life of the party. There have to be a miracle. Okay, कभी कभी हो जाता है. Introverts भी कभी कभी, what you say, especially when you get into the parties and all, introverts भी कभी कभी, what you say, they get into that environment and suddenly things change. Okay, possibility is there, but most probably that is not the scenario. Okay, so if I'm making a profile for introverts, okay, so I would say a fly on the wall, but on the neutral side. At work, when I fail at something, I want to try again immediately, take a break and try again, try something else. See, take a break and try again is fine, but take a break and try something else is wrong. Okay, when you fail at something, you have to try again. Okay, आप फिर से try करो उन चीजों को. Okay, because you cannot leave it just like that. If you have taken up a task, या तो task मत लो. Okay, or else if you have taken up a task, उसको complete करने के लिए try करो. मतलब try again. Okay, they are not saying that you complete it. Try again immediately. That is the best one. But keep it on the neutral side. When things get stressful at work, I keep my cool. I feel overwhelmed. It is possible for everybody to feel overwhelmed when things are stressful. ये acceptable है. Okay. But then it is always taken as an advantage कि अगर आप अपने आप को cool रख सकते हो. If you can just be cool, calm, collective, okay, at that particular situation, then it is considered to be a very good, what you say, skill, okay, a strength, I would say. All right. So keep my cool is a better one. I am the type of person who needs to be reminded of deadlines. Never forget deadlines. Okay, भूलना नहीं है. Okay, हमको भूलना नहीं है. We will not be organized. All these things are there. Okay, when it is deadline, you should work. Okay, you should complete the that deadline. Okay, those things are never acceptable. Okay, so never forget deadline beyond the extreme side. Okay, so this is what is the whole exam. So it is not about a single question. It is a set of the question. All the questions you need to understand it and take it as one question. Okay, सारे क्वेश्चन मिला के एक प्रोफाइल की तरह आपको बनाना है. First of all, you should have some clarity in your mind कि आप करना क्या चाहते हो. Okay, so I am trying to make a profile for an introvert. First thing, I will give the highest priority for learning. I will give the highest priority for, what you say, ethics. I will give the highest priority for being kind to people. Okay, and I will give the highest priority to the work. Okay, जो भी task है उन चीजों को करने के लिए I will give the highest priority. Okay, now other things like emotional things. Okay, emotional things and, what you say, all the other things, okay, which are based on your behavior, वहां पे थोड़ा बहुत compromise हो सकते हैं. Okay, when things are stressful, everybody can get stressful. Okay, you can compromise a little bit. Okay, so those things can be compromised because that can happen with everybody. But some of the things cannot be compromised. You cannot compromise with your work. You cannot compromise with your learning ability. You cannot compromise with ethics. Okay. So these are the things which you should not compromise. Okay. But when it comes to other things, you can definitely compromise. Okay. See, this is one of the patterns of psychometry. Okay. ऐसा दो तीन patterns होगा. So as of now, I got this. Okay. Next time, if I am getting it, okay, मैं और एक type of, what you say, psychometric questions आपको दिखाऊंगा. Okay, so where other kind of a questions will also be there, but this is a basic structure actually. अगर आप ये structure एक बार समझ जाओ, any kind of a psychometry test you will be able to crack it very easily. Okay, if you have understood whatever I said, any psychometry test you will be able to crack it very easily. Take my word. Okay, but I will give you two or three examples whenever it is possible. Okay, मैं आपको वो record करके कर सकता हूँ. Okay, I hope you guys have understood the session. Okay, so see this again and again. Okay, if you have doubt anywhere, if you feel that you have not understood it, okay, आप comment section में एक बार type करो कि how you find this particular what you say session. Okay, all right.